Hello everyone, this is selenophiliatarot for your Taurus full moon. I'm doing a reading for this full moon in October, and as I said, it's in Taurus, and Taurus is very earthy, very steady, slow moving, continuous, and yeah, we will see what comes up in this reading because it will be quite interesting time with Venus retrograde. So everything what is building up in that field might be important, okay, if it's in relationships or in projects or in career as well, will be important now, all right? So we're going to see what the fairy cards are going to show us for this full moon on Wednesday in October 2018. Dear guides, give us some indications what we shall focus on in this time. Maybe you can feel the power of the moon already. Usually we feel it some days before and also some days after. So when your dreams coming up, just notice them, maybe even note them down and see what comes up there. Wow, letting go, okay. Letting go is really quite a liberating card. Especially the way she's positioning herself. She kind of offers it to the universe, what she needs to let go of. Can be so old attachments, old beliefs, old patterns, old thinking about the situation or something in a relationship or in career which is still something you're holding on to, okay? So it's time to surrender it actually really to your guides, to the universe, and let it go, okay? Not to carry it with you anymore, any further. And there you can see the full moon appearing on the side, okay? It's quite powerful. And all the lightning strikes going up from her hand up into the sky, into the void really, hey? The universe is... is some sort of void, more undefined, okay? And her offering that out in there, that it can be released, so the new can really come in for you, and you are fresh in your mind, and for people and everything what is happening around you, okay? So old patterns, old things which happen, oh, this happened before like this, and oh, I'm worried it's going to happen again, I understand, we all do understand, this happens to us in our mind, okay? But it's the mind, the memory, doing that to us. So we're going to let go of this. This is great. It's really strong. Let's see what the angel cards from Doreen Virtue are bringing us today as well. We had a flip-flop. It's perfect. 7 of Wands, okay. The Wands are in the element of fire. And this is about defending your new growth, anything new you've seen growing so far, okay? It could be a new project or a new relationship or a renewal of a relationship, okay? You feel like you're quite passionate about, but due to those patterns in your thoughts, where you maybe had some experiences before which were difficult for you, right? You release them and fight for the new, for that what you want, for that what you need in this new stage. Just stay really grounded. That's really good with Taurus. with Taurus full moon, because Taurus is really grounded, okay? And if you feel you need to ground yourself even more, touch the soil, go out in the garden, dig around a little bit, get those weeds out, or or walk bare feet in the soil, just nourish yourself like this, and or meditate, just anything what you can do where you can touch the base, okay, and the sacral chakra, communicate with that, do it, okay. You don't have to go out and fight, but you're gonna be strong with that, and you don't have to be forceful or defensive in your words, but you're gonna be strong with that, what you've gained, that little flower which has been given to you, and you want to protect it, you want to have it keep growing, keep letting it grow, okay, and you're gonna stand up for it. It's the time now to stand up for it. Very nice. Let's see what the earth magic is coming up with for this Taurus full moon on Wednesday, October 2018. Dear guides, give us some more indications how to deal with. Good. Perfect. Okay. This is the meadow. Do you see, I've been talking about flowers, all right? There's also a vulnerability in it, because it's so young and fresh, okay? And you just gotta really stand your ground for the growth and for all these colors you've been receiving through that, okay? They're very colorful flowers. And that you're not letting any shadow being cast over them by any intrusion, okay, or any energy in your mind, but also from the outer force, okay. Usually when it happens in our mind, it comes back in the outer to us, to test us if we're strong enough, if we've done the next step of letting go, okay, and really grounding ourselves and being strong with it, okay. Wow, this is really amazing. Okay, now the Druidcraft Tarot cards will give us some more indications. I'm gonna take 3 cards which just flew out. Oh no, actually there are 4. No, there are 3. Okay, so I'm gonna take those. Here we have, I'm just gonna do it the same order like this. The World, the Hangman, and the High Priest. All high arcanas, alright, so I mean, that's a very auspicious time. Very auspicious time. So a big cycle ending, a new one starting, in a sense, but already the new one has already started, but it's so fresh, The world is usually the closing of a cycle, okay, and the new one begins, and it's all there. Okay, it's all being given, it's all being presented to you. Just, you're gonna really master your mind, all right? So you're not feeling like you're overwhelmed by it, okay? We're always getting challenged. In all our life we're getting challenged, but it's because of our growth, and that we stand up for it, and that we stand strong for it as well, and that we take us seriously and show us the self-love, really. This is the self-love you're going to show, okay, to everybody else and to yourself, okay, when you feel like, yeah, no, I'm really going for that now. I don't care what other people think, or if it's not quite going to work out the way which I actually have in my mind right now, but I'm going to keep going towards that goal or onto that journey, okay. I accept and respect my vulnerability in this as well, and express it to myself and to others if necessary, but I stay strong and I protect the new growth, okay. And with the Hangman here as well, the Hangman usually talks a lot about introspection, the growth within, okay. So there's a lot of growth within going on. And he is suspended, okay, so can't take actions in that sense, okay, but he's very much aware what's happening around him, and has a good perspective actually, or a different perspective than many others, obviously, okay, being hanging, looking at things differently, but still being strong with that, okay. So because nothing is really wrong, it's just, if it's coming from your passion and from your inner strength, from your sacral kind of base chakra, okay, with that fire and that convincing energy, okay, that you really want that you really need that, and want to be on that journey, whatever comes to you, okay, or onto you, then you're dear, okay, then you're dear, then you're gonna take that journey. Look how interesting actually, if I turn that around, this around, look at the both leg's position. I think it's it could be like some sort of yoga pose as well, if you would have his leg more like this, but they both kind of, you know, indicate that also that's like a number 4, okay. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, and that they kind of mirror or opposite of each other, okay. They want to be combined, they want to be acknowledged in that sense, okay. So acknowledge the cycle is ending. You can surrender that pain or that trauma or these thinking patterns in your mind, okay, and the old the fear of repetition, right? Because actually nothing is really always the same. We are just scared that something which has hurt us before so much that it is going to happen to us again, and how we're going to cope with it, okay? And this is what our mind is going to do to us, okay? Just warning us and keeping us so-called safe, or you know, but it's not a real safety. It's a trick actually of your own mind to kind of not to take the risk, really, not to take the risk and give the change a chance and the new growth a chance to flourish more and more and build up steadily, because Taurus is all about steady growth as well. And Taurus is all about beauty, and you know, like just really beautifying yourself or beautifying the house, or it's a lot about materialism, really. So the outside, the facade of the house or yourself, or you know, like, and so, you know, just really acknowledge that no, you are a beautiful being, and you have that chance to travel on this planet in this body now, and things happen in life. That's just the reality of it, you know, like, but compare yourself to others which have it even harder. You suffer for them, you know, like, you can reclaim your inner power in that sense and see, no, I have it still much easier, and actually I can cope with things. I can do it. It's fine. I'm gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine, and I'm gonna deal with whatever I have to deal with. And I'm gonna be honest with myself and show the self-care and self-love. Okay, and introspection is always a really good trait to have. Okay, and that's where you sometimes need to draw back, okay? So that's where meditation or gardening or something, building something or so, you know, something which takes your mind off in a sense, but you can still, you converse with a material, okay? And a project, and something where you feel you balance out again, okay? And so it's not going to take over. This old thinking pattern are not going to take over. The high priest is usually also quite an authoritarian kind of card, but in this set I really see him as like being very close to the magician, and really having the power, okay? So he is going to start to recognize his power, or you're going to start to recognize your power to the connectedness, your power of being actually in charge of it, okay? With your thoughts, and let the sun shine into you. He has got the sun just above his head, okay? The sun really shine through and clear out those old cupboards, clear out those old thinkings, those old, just let the shine in. The clouds and everything, they haven't got much to do here in this stage, okay? It's us creating the clouds and making it grey and sad and difficult in our mind. And the sun is going to be that light in you, and you let it receive from above, okay, from your guides as well. The lights, the lightful thinking, okay, delightfulness, all that goes also very well with Taurus. Anything delightful and beautiful, you know, like yeah, art or whatever you enjoy, you know, like interior design or whatever else you really enjoy, okay? Just nourish yourself on that. Get yourself a magazine and spoil yourself, like, you know, kind of with looking at aesthetics, exactly, aesthetics. And you're going to be grounding yourself at the same time, or balancing out all of that and giving it all, actually putting it all a bit more in perspective, okay? And feeling like you can sit down again and really have the right overview. And he's got also all the elements around him, okay, all the important elements you need. And yeah, he is really a really powerful character, actually. It's a very powerful character, so you can master it. You can absolutely master it around this full moon. And just what I maybe suggest is to pay attention to what's coming towards you, you know, what at your workplace or studies, or with people, you know, like what things are happening around you and how you feel about it. So reflect on your vulnerability, okay, on things, if they trigger something, okay, and then really relate back to your inner power of, yeah, but I've grown further than that. I'm rising above that, okay? I'm rising above that now. I can see myself, okay, and I can actually master it, and I know I've changed and things have changed, and I have the potential to move forward. So the letting go can really complete itself, you know, and it's not going to have to be tested so much anymore. And insecurities and, you know, they're always going to come up every now and then again, but they're here to tell us about our vulnerability, really. And so with introspection you can go quite deep and see what triggers there are, and where they're coming from. Are they from a recent event, or are they from an event which has been years and years and years back? Usually you have to actually peel through layers until you get to the bottom of the issue, okay? So you can do that with a therapist, a good spiritual counselor also, if you want, you know, like, and really figure out why does that kind of scenario always trigger this kind of reaction in me, this kind of emotional reaction in me. And you will find the answers, really. You will find the answers, because we have them all, okay? It's not someone else having to tell us, but they can sometimes help us to discover them, the answers, okay? To unbury them, you know, like, just you're gonna dig a little bit, but you're gonna be fine. And you will, during that journey, you will also recognize all these beautiful things, you know, which have been coming out of you because of all these experiences, okay? I mean, some people have really challenging lives and life journeys, you know, like, but I've just met someone who has been since a kid on the road, on the street, and is now in his 60s, and he's been like a street performer for ages, and he's been on all kinds of corners of the world, and just the yeah, the whole personality he has, the characteristics, and and the wisdom gained, everything, different languages, you know, like, and the experiences he's had, you know, are highly fascinating, you know. So I first felt really sorry for him. I thought, oh my God, that's so rough, you know, like so rough, poor guy, and you know. And when I heard what he made out of the situation he was in, and I don't know if he was always in the best space in his life, but he definitely looks like he's doing pretty well and he's pretty happy with himself, you know. I felt like, yeah, that's just, you know, you can never judge, you can never just think because someone has got that upbringing, they can't make something of it, or this and this experience, they can't make something of it. So, yeah, look at that like your potential as well, okay? If things have been happening to you which were very painful and hurtful, and you still need to do some clearing out, do the clearing out, okay? Do the clearing out, give it all, pass it on to the universe. The universe is gonna take care of it, okay, and receives it, and you can really focus on the new growth, and kind of stand strong for it, you know, on yourself, for yourself, and in relation to others, obviously, and in relation to jobs and everything, you know, like, but it comes, that energy must come from you, from within, okay, with the introspection, with being clear that you're closing that cycle, you know, and that you start a new one, okay, and that you are in power, really, in power of your own, yeah, beautiful mind. Mm? And that you've gained already a lot of knowledge, and we all have a lot of knowledge in us. We're just gonna kind of discover it again, and dig it out, really, okay. So that's how we show our self-love and our learn about ourselves more and more. So yeah, that's what I can say for this Taurus full moon on Wednesday, and I hope you could resonate with it. And if you would like to have more insight or have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I put the email in the subscription box down under the video, and I will talk to you again next new moon, which will be in November. Namaste. Many moonlight blessings. Thank you very much.